Hello everyone and welcome to MLP Australia live from Frankston Centenary Tennis Club in Melbourne for this semi-final clash between the Northern Crocs and the Western Vipers. My name's Adam Hall and joining me in commentary is MLP star Joey Wild. Welcome, Joey.
Hey Adam, how are we?
Very well, my friend, and this is going to be a very interesting clash here between the Northern Crocs. We've got Andy Diga-Savage bringing us in to serve to Shelby Bates. Oh, put away by Bates there. And early on in this match, seen some great touch already from Amelia Schmidt, who will be partnering Shelby Bates for the Western Vipers. And Andy Diga-Savage, she'll be with the captain of the Northern Crocs, Summer Dallabonna, for this women's clash in this semi-final match. The winner of this will go on to the final. On the other court live right now, we have the Southern Stars up against the Fast Fours. Both matches side by side live right here. Oh, what a shot down the middle, Joey Wild.
Yeah, great hands there by Summer. Some good cross-court dinking there by the ladies on court. Summer just getting on top in the hands battle at the end.
Just a soft dinking error there on the drop from Andy Diga-Savage. Summer Dallabonna, the captain of Northern Crocs. The most winningest captain, you could say.
Yeah, she makes it look effortless. Just finds a way to win with her team.
Of course, Northern Crocs, our carryover champions from the Vietnam Open. And the Vipers girls get out of that one, Joey.
Yeah, a bit of an ambitious speed up by Andy. She managed to get on top in the end though, but just put in the net.
Nice cross-court dinking there by Summer Dallabonna.
Yeah, Summer looks very comfortable with that cross-court dink at the moment.
And I'm not sure if there was a kitchen fault there called, but Shelby Bates straddling that kitchen line. She got herself out of position. I think she's put her hand up and said, I was inside at that point in time.
Yeah, I think Shelby ended up calling it on herself. She ran all the way through the kitchen and it wasn't called, but Crocs get the point.
And for young Andy Diga-Savage, she is on debut in MLP for Season 2. She really came alive in that Vietnam Open. Nice play there. It was, wasn't it, Joe Wild? She just controlled the point, and when she decided to speed up, she didn't go too hard at the ball. She forced the pop up there of Shelby Bates.
Yeah, she really looked in control of that point.
Just a soft dinking error there. Joey, you've played a number of matches today. Tell us a little bit about the conditions here.
It's actually one of the better days of the weekend today. Wind hasn't been too strong, but the temperature's been up and down. When the sun comes out, it feels hot. When the sun goes away, it feels cold.
Nice lob there by Bates. And that powerful backhand that she's got. Yeah, it's been a bit of a tricky one this tournament so far. On the Friday, we had very blustery conditions. Saturday was relatively calm, although there were the moments. And here on Championship Sunday, it's a bit blustery again.
Couple of dinking errors here out of the Crocs. Andy will tighten that up though.
This is some sort of rally.
That's just a great women's doubles rally there. Sitting in the firefight for an extended period of time.
And that ball does go long. It's been challenged, however, and the referee does agree it was in fact long. Worth the ask.
Yeah, worth the ask. Vipers, ladies, putting a lot more balls into Andy's corner. The last few points. Maybe recognizing that Summer is doing things like that.
Well, Andy Digger-Savage, very grateful to her captain, Summer Dalabona there, getting her out of jail with that one. And they're just having a quick chat on the baseline here. Maybe just a few thoughts and words from the captain, Summer Dalabona. Great movement there by Amelia Schmidt across court. Finishes with a powerful forehand at the body of Dalabona. And that's a nice little confidence booster for Andy.
Yeah, I think she needed that one. It's probably the first dink battle she's won off her paddle there. So hopefully she can use that, build off it.
That looks like a winner to me. The double Dalabona backhand there.
Yeah, she didn't see a ball all rally, and then when she did, bang, straight away. Looked pretty comfortable there from Andy. Maybe that confidence is climbing.
Just a bit of hesitation there between the Vipers girls. Not sure if there was a call made by Bates of out. Schmidt did get a paddle on it. Softly put it into the net. All square here, 9-9. Well, what a shot there by Andy Digger-Savage to set up her captain, Dalabona.
Yeah, the Crocs have all the momentum here all of a sudden.
Well, it's been quite impressive to see Andy Digger-Savage actually tighten up. She made a number of small errors there. She was the one that they seem to be targeting. That one does go long.
That might be Summer's first miss of the match. And yeah, Andy, she's still relatively new on the scene, so she'd be the newest of all ladies on court. So maybe a little bit of nerves coming in. All the balls coming her way now.
ATP defended. That ball does go wide. Unfortunately for the Crocs, and that will see the Western Vipers get us to 11 first, and we will have a change of ends here. Well, Joey, it was quite the little turnaround there from the Northern Crocs. They are only 1 point behind now, but all the momentum early on was with the Western Vipers.
Yeah, it kind of flip-flopped there. Started with the Vipers, then the Crocs took control. Vipers got a couple of points there at the end. We're locked in a really tight battle here. As expected, I think these are two of the best women's doubles combinations out of all MLP teams here, so expected a tight one.
And what do you think about the strategy of the Western Vipers? Obviously, they're consistently going to Andy Digger-Savage. I mean, you don't often see Summer Dallabonna play a big forehand game through the middle. I think she can probably trust Andy Digger-Savage to sort of tighten up her game. We saw it late in that match that she did.
Yep.
And look, we were mentioning before, Andy Digger-Savage, this is her debut season in MLP, but she had such a marvellous performance in that final over in Vietnam.
Yeah, she played really well over there. She had confidence coming from her team bench, I think, in all of her matches. It's kind of willing her along. Be interesting to see if the Vipers just stick to that plan of hitting pretty much every dink towards her. And if that happens, Summer might get a little antsy like that and pull the trigger early.
Well, it didn't look like a bad shot from Dallabonna.
It was close.
But that ball did, in fact, travel long and was out.
Yeah, I don't mind that shot. She's had some success this game already, pulling the trigger.
And Schmidt going from below waist height mid-court, trying to get that one over. Probably not the shot to be played at that point in time.
Little overzealous.
Yeah, Dallabonna, that shot not helpful to the Digger-Savage paddle. Not much she could really do there. Bates hitting it at the feet.
Maybe caught in two minds there, Shelby, whether take that out of the air off the bounce. It's a good spot in the end by Andy. Still only trailing by 1 here, the Crocs.
Oh, nice work there by Schmidt just to readjust.
Oh, what a point.
Goes the lob. And a bad bounce.
A lob winner.
Wow. Shelby Bates. Dallabonna looked like she tracked it so well. The bounce of the ball seemed to just evade her.
Yeah, it looked like a little leg spinner or something. It jumped away from Summer. Swung that paddle, but no contact. It's been a while since I've seen a lob winner.
Nice work there by Digger-Savage.
It's a great speed up there. I think she used the wind to her advantage. Actually helped keep the ball in. Wind pushing into that ball.
Just noticed with Andy that she lets a majority of balls bounce. I mean, she's not the tallest person. The reach into the kitchen really isn't there. However, she does look a whole lot more comfortable to defend when she actually takes those balls out of the air. But right now, she's just trying to find her comfort zone in this match. So Dallabonna just threatening to come and get involved.
Good dinking here.
Nice work by the Crocs girls there, winning that dink battle.
It's a real dink grind there. Summer kept them in the point early with a amazing counter. Sounded like it came off her handle. Got lucky with it. 14-14.
Nice reset. Good touch by Dallabonna.
Summer again.
Interesting moment to lob. Proved to be a little effective. Dallabonna did get it back, but she was caught mid-court.
Yeah, she was on that lob better than the previous. But it's worked out in the end there for Shelby again. Interesting to see if she goes back to that shot.
Nice finish there by Diga Savage. Yeah, I had a really good chat in the stands with Andy's mum. Mum and dad, Bosnian born. Andy was born here. She has an older sister who was born in Denmark. So the Diga Savage family, well travelled. And
worldwide family.
An extensive tennis background with dad, a current tennis coach, mum helping out as well.
Good pedigree. Well, Shelby's just considered that point because she celebrated a bit early. Caught herself on a hindrance. Summer with an insane reach on her backhand to keep that alive.
Oh, the girls are going at it
ladies.
here. Well, Andy Diga Savage, she made a few errors before the change of ends, but she has calibrated that paddle now, and it looks like the Vipers girls have gone for a timeout. We might take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll be back for this semi-final clash between the Northern Crocs and the Western Vipers.
What's your DUPR?
Welcome back to this clash between the Northern Crocs and the Western Vipers. Western Vipers took the opportunity for a quick timeout there. There's a 2-point deficit, and that ball will be recalled for another serve. And the Northern Crocs girls starting to build some momentum. Western Vipers girls trying to break the momentum now. Another lob from Bates.
Great dinking by all the ladies on court, and again Shelby in that spot there with her backhand.
I just feel like Shelby wasn't necessarily ready to cover what she needed to cover there when Schmidt went for the Ernie attempt.
Yeah, it's a good point. Shelby with another successful lob in that last rally.
And that's a nice play and point there for the Western Vipers girls, regaining serve now since the timeout, 16-18.
Yeah, it was interesting. Shelby kind of held her dink to the very last second, put it down the line, and maybe caught Summer a little off balance.
Nice attack there from Summer Dallabonna. Well, she's lethal on the backhand, but that forehand too, she just murdered that ball.
Yeah, great reach in there. She's not known for her forehand attacks, but she found one there.
Nice lead there.
That
from
same
the
forehand
Vipers.
attack, this time not so good. I've been impressed by all the ladies on court, their ability to get up to the kitchen line. The third shot drops have been... Oh, commentator's curse. I was going to say the third shot drops have been landing at a very high percentage. So we're getting a lot of good dink rallies.
Well, Northern Crocs, they have a game point situation here in this semi-final clash. And Bates says, no way. Sends that ball to the extremities of the court here at Frankston Centenary Tennis Club. And the freeze will be in play for the Northern Crocs. They can only earn a point on serve right now. Bates and Schmidt. Nice defense.
Great defense. Vipers needed that point and they got it.
And this game has just tightened up nicely here for us, Joey Wild. Nice drive.
Yeah, I think this is huge for the Vipers. The Crocs men have been on fire this weekend. So the Vipers ladies would want to get this one. Interesting, the Vipers have gone away from the hit everything to Andy strategy.
Yeah, a lot of variety right now. Not sure about that shot, Joey Wild. And for the Vipers girls and the Crocs, they can now both earn points. The freeze no longer in effect. Nice attack there by Bates to Dallabonna. And the timeout has been called by Summer Dallabonna. And the Crocs girls, well, they took a timeout when they were a couple of points down. And the Crocs girls had all the momentum there. But since the timeout, Joey Wild, they've managed to find a way to be in front.
Yeah, well, the Vipers have really come up clutch these last 3 or 4 points. Like I said, this women's doubles match I think is really important for the Vipers to win. So they're really locking in at the right time, I think. They've been moving the ball around well with the dinks, but then Andy made a mistake. And so in that last rally, they put everything back to her. Worked out well in the end.
I think for the Vipers girls, Amelia Schmidt has been incredibly solid in the dink battle.
Yeah, I don't think Amelia's missed a ball all game, almost.
I think you might be right there. See if she can do the same here when it matters. Amelia Schmidt on serve now.
I don't know if Amelia's the right person to be dinking to for the Crocs.
Very patient pickleball right now. Everyone's waiting for something a little high or a little wide. And that might be it. And Bates does it. She pounces, recognises the play, makes the move down the sideline of Dallabonna. And the Western Vipers, they take game 1.
That turned around real quickly for the Vipers at the end. With the rally scoring format, they were just able to rattle off 4 or 5 points there and
made,
get it done.
And you made the point, Joe Wild, how important it was going to be for the Vipers to take that game one of the women's gender doubles. And we've now got our men taking the court. We might take the opportunity to have a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll see the start of the play in the men's encounter for the Northern Crocs versus the Western Vipers. Hello everyone, welcome back for this semi-final clash between the Northern Crocs and the Western Vipers. The men have taken to court here, and it will be Captain Andy Horridge for the Western Vipers, with Ryan Henry closest to camera on screen. On the other side of the net, we've got Harsh Mehta with ball in hand, and Kyle Watnell, he's back after the Vietnam Open final. Watnell there, just placing that one into the net. Unfortunately, not going to earn a point that way. Nice cover. And just baiting Harsh Mehta into that one, Andy Horridge.
Yeah, it looked like Harsh decided at the very last second to stick his paddle out for no reason almost.
Speaking of sticking his paddle out, that ball just died a little and he stuck his paddle out, but not effective. Oh, big move there by the boys on the Vipers.
Ryan was ready for that speed up by Kyle. Punished it. I expected that to be most of the pattern this game.
Nice there by the Vipers again. This time Horridge down the sideline of Kyle Watnell.
Yeah, Vipers come out with some confidence.
And they're
Time
going
out
to
straight away.
Well, if you look at the scoreboard, we've got the timeout going the way of the Northern Crocs. We're going to take a quick break too. When we come back, we're going to catch ourselves up on just what's happening in this all-important men's matchup. Don't go very far. And the timeout was called there by the Northern Crocs. The scoreboard has got out really quickly here. A 5-point deficit in this all-important game two. Game one was taken out by the Western Vipers after the Northern Crocs girls had all the ascendancy in that match prior. When it mattered, they could not get across the line. The Vipers boys have started red hot here. Just a couple of errors creeping in now, though, for the Vipers.
Yeah, very early timeout by the Crocs, but it seems to work in their favour. The Vipers came out red hot. Now everyone seemed to settle into it.
And interesting here, Watnell going big. Obviously, we've got Harsh Mehta, left-hander, Kyle Watnell, right-hander. Forehands through the middle in this one, Joey.
Yeah, it's a dangerous combo when you have two forehands in middle. So on that last point, they had a little bit of confusion on the third shot. Harsh jumped in and hit the drop while Kyle was loading up for a drive.
That ball just too high there from Horridge. When you do have the two forehands in the middle, obviously you played last season for the Eastern Rush and you partnered with Vishal Masand there. You were a left-right combo there. What's the key to making sure it's as successful as it can be, Joey?
It comes down to communication and being predictable for your partner. You know, you need to know when it's in the middle, who's taking what ball in what situation. And over time, you develop that understanding with each other of, okay, the ball's here, this person's going to take it. But let's say you are the person who's taking more balls. You need to be predictable in the sense that you do take them all the time. Oh, great hands here.
Harsh Mehta, he starting to accumulate some points off his forehand.
Yeah, Harsh probably one of the quickest hands of all the guys out here in the MLP Australia Tour. wouldn't be attacking him.
Well, Ryan Henry does, and he comes up with it there. Brave move, but does stem the flow. 0-5 down, currently leading by 2, the Northern Crocs.
Yeah, almost in a blink of an eye. They've rattled off a 9-1 run. Viper's not taking a timeout though.
You've got to love Harsh Meta's energy here. Him and Watnell very happy to be their own cheerleaders. Part of the mental strategy in MLP.
Good dink rally here. Ryan's going to want to sit in this cross-court pattern. It's where he feels really comfortable.
Clearly freezing out Harsh Meta here.
Yeah, Kyle Watnell hitting a lot of balls here. Good time to pull the trigger by Ryan Henry. Lulled Kyle into that pattern. Kept going back to the same spot and finally found an opening.
What a kick pump shot that was from Watnell. And quick as a flash after that timeout, Joey Wild, Northern Crocs, they forced the change of ends, 11-7.
Yeah, it's a great turnaround. It felt like the Crocs just gave away a few cheap points at the start. Viper's energy was high. Crocs coughed up a few, but they've locked in now. They're making the Vipers work for every single point. And they've really settled in.
And the men's game largely not known for those extended dink rallies. And we saw there when Watnell pushed one wide, it really opened up a nice angle through the middle. I didn't think that was such a bad shot, but Ryan Henry made the most of that opportunity. They're going to have to make the most of opportunities that they can procure through this match here, because right now the Northern Crocs have got all the momentum.
Once again, some third shot confusion between the boys of the Crocs. Same pattern, Harsh looking for the drop. Kyle Watnell loading up on the drive.
What a casual looking finish. The angle he gets on that. That ball is out of here.
Yeah, and he committed. Committed to that volley way too early. Vipers again, targeting Kyle. Sitting in this pattern. Pays off.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen Watnell miss too many at the kitchen line. He's been pretty rock solid. And he's going to have to stay rock solid here if the Northern Crocs want to keep their lead. Nice work there from the Crocs, just pushing the Vipers back time after time. What a cut there from Meta. And a couple of errors now from Watnell. One at the kitchen line and one at the baseline.
Yeah, a couple of errors creeping in. Sure, the Vipers will keep putting the ball in his corner.
Finish by Watnell. He atones for the previous two.
Yeah, he reacted well. Seemed like the Vipers kind of forced that a little bit. You can target someone, but you can't force every single ball if it's not there.
Good speed up there from captain Andy Horridge of the Western Vipers. At the body of Watnall, pop that one up. That one goes out and long.
See what the Vipers here can do on their serve. Yeah, they're staying within 3 or 4 points here, the Vipers guys, but not making any inroads when they have the ball in hand on serve.
A nice move there from Henry. Haven't seen too many battles between Henry and Meta. The ones we have seen, Meta has looked the goods. And a nice drive there from Horridge.
Yeah, nice drive, good change up. Clipped the net tape, so got a bit lucky, but Vipers have scored on their serve for the first time in a while. See if they can bring this deficit back. That won't do it.
I haven't seen Ryan Henry drive on the third shot at all yet. I imagine that's because they're very wary of what Harsh Meta can do with a high ball. For Andy Horridge, though, he's more than happy to drive.
It's a good look there by Andy. Got a decently high forehand that he wanted. It's interesting you say that because earlier today, Ryan Henry playing in the mixed doubles bracket on the PPA Australia Tour, he was driving that ball very well. Maybe for the men's doubles format, he just put that away and wants to drop it in.
Yeah, well, it appears the Western Vipers have called for the timeout after that ball has travelled long. See, Northern Crocs have a 5-point advantage here in this game too. Game 1 was taken out by Amelia Schmidt and Shelby Bates of the Western Vipers. This, of course, is a semi-final clash. The winner of this match will go on to take on either the Fast Fours or the Southern Stars. That other live stream is happening right now. The Fast Fours have taken out the first 2 games there. If you are tuning in live, we do have the other live stream with Liz Trueluck and Lucas Pascoe taking on Captain Jay Grewal, Mickey Hyatt. Back with live action now here on Show Court 2. Western Vipers versus Northern Crocs. And the Western Vipers need to score some points.
Felt like Ryan had the ball he wanted there. Nice high forehand, but he dumped it in the net. I actually like the Vipers' chances when all 4 players are up at the net here. It's just a matter of if they can get up there when they're on serve. That helps as well.
That ball goes wide, and that brings up a game point on service for the Northern Crocs to square the ledger in this semi-final clash. Nice move there, Vipers, saving game point.
Great confidence out of Ryan Henry there to just rip the 4th. Trust his hands.
The serve will be recalled. Nice move there, and maybe a little bit of luck involved in that one.
Yeah, a bit of luck off the net tape. The Vipers did well to get up to the kitchen. They look comfortable up there. Now they have to get the ball back. Another game point for the Crocs.
The ball goes wide. The Watnell paddle. Handing back opportunities now to the Western Vipers. The freeze is in play. Crocs can only score on serve. And he had a really good opportunity there, Henry, to exploit the open court of Kyle Watnell. He was looking for an earning opportunity. Game point 3.
Great defense by the Crocs fellas.
And that flat finish there for the Western Vipers secures the victory for the Northern Crocs. Well, the men do it for the Crocs. Joey Wild.
Yeah, they've squared it up. Just in that very last point there, I think the Crocs realised that they weren't winning the battles cross-court from left side to left side, so they switched it up, and it's worked out for them there. Keeping things interesting, 1-1 here going into mixed. I'm not sure who's choosing to react or not, but this could be very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Well, the act-react is happening as we speak. When we come back, we'll have the first of the mixed doubles encounter. It's 1-1 apiece. Don't go too far. More live action from Melbourne and the Western Vipers. Well, the act and react has occurred, and we've got Summer Dalla Bonner taking the court with Harsh Mehta closest to camera for the Crocs. They'll be up against Ryan Henry and Amelia Schmidt. And you can just see a team meeting on the other side of the net. My name's Adam Hall. Joining me in commentary, Joey Wild. Well, Joey, it's 1-1 apiece here.
Yeah, 1 apiece, and I've got to say it's probably the both teams' strongest mixed doubles pairings sent out on the court.
Well, for the Western Vipers, the male game there, we saw Ryan Henry with Andy Horridge. We didn't see him drive very often. You made the comment earlier that in the mix today, he was driving nearly every ball. Will we see Ryan Henry change up his strategy in this mixed doubles encounter?
Yeah, that'll be interesting. He does have a big drive, but both Crocs players, I feel like, can handle it at the net. Time will tell.
Nice touch there from Henry. Speaking of handling it, how did Amelia Schmidt handle that? That was hit strongly at her, but she counterpunched it back with ease. Nice through the middle from Mehta.
The middle was wide open there. Vipers pair didn't expect Mehta to come over and pinch that one through the middle. It's a great mix play by Harsh.
Nice shot at the body from Mehta to Henry. We didn't see Ryan Henry take Mehta on very much in that men's doubles game. I wouldn't recommend it here, but he's going to have to do something to challenge Mehta to make him maybe second guess things here, because Mehta, when he gets on a roll, he is so dangerous.
It'll be interesting to see how Ryan plays this one, actually, because he's very comfortable going cross-court with his dinks. But for a change, it's a lady across court from him and Harsh right in front. So we'll see what he does. Fairly even start here.
Nice inside-out forehand from Henry there.
It's a smart shot. Harsh left that a little high, and he got punished for it.
That one goes wide. I felt at times with Andy Horridge, the partner of Ryan Henry, there was a few balls that probably Andy Horridge could have got on his backhand side. He's got a nice double-handed backhand himself, Andy Horridge, and I just feel like maybe there's a couple of inches more space here for Amelia Schmidt to work with, and she also has a beautiful double hand, as we see Ryan Henry there taking some ascendancy. And they're looking nice and measured here at the moment, the Western Vipers. Got a good feeling watching Ryan Henry. He's starting to get more involved and finish more points.
Rare miss there from Amelia. Like I said, no one on the court here early is really pulling the trigger. They're all kind of settling into the match. Waiting for the right balls. Not really forcing anything.
It's a nice steady point to be on the end of, earning themselves a point were the Western Vipers.
Yeah, red dink miss there from Summer. She's not going to miss from that backhand side, but maybe from the inside foot forehand.
I don't think yet we've seen Ryan Henry drive the ball. He wanted to again go for the drop.
No, he's sticking with the drop.
That ball way too high there from Dallabonna. Amelia Schmidt taking care of it.
Another drop too high. Got to say, not too much energy happening on court from anyone. No one's pushing the packet, maybe because it's 1-1 in such an important match. Everyone's a little timid.
A couple of slow dink errors from Dallabonna. We didn't see that in the previous game.
Yeah, again, it's from that inside foot, her forehand. I'd expect Amelia to find that out as much as she can. She recognises that pattern.
Nice speed up there from Dallabonna at Schmidt. Just moving into the path of that ball there.
Yeah, I think that's the first speed up off the bounce of the game, and she's rewarded for it. Amelia not expecting that one there.
She had a look.
Yeah, Ryan Henry responds, pulling the trigger himself.
Nice touch.
Great defense. Harsh coming all the way in front of Summer there.
Well, Amelia Schmidt, she couldn't do much more there. Countless resets, but Harsh Mehta really commanding the center line, finishing strongly there. Well, that was a speed up cross court from Dallabonna to Henry. Henry got his paddle there for it, hit it at the feet. That ball could not be retrieved. Haven't seen that much from Dallabonna. Cross court to Ryan Henry.
Don't recommend a cross court speed up in the best of times, especially when it's Ryan Henry sitting over there. Great serve by Henry, getting it deep. Just some bad luck there. Thought he had a great serve, great drop. Harsh trickled one over the net. 9-9 here. Score's close, and it definitely feels like it watching on.
Oh, what a ball there. Almost a great attempt there by Mehta, but The way Amelia Schmidt took that ball out of the air created such a great angle for her.
Yeah, well done there by Amelia. She hasn't rolled one hard across court yet. She's rewarded for it. Ryan Henry sitting with that cross-court ball, and he's rewarded just like he was in men's.
Well, we've got a quick change of ends. While they have a quick change of ends, we're going to have a quick commercial break. Don't go very far. More from this clash between the Northern Crocs and the Western Vipers coming right up. Hello everyone, welcome back. About to see the recommencement of play after the switching of ends. It's 11-9 to the Western Vipers here. My name's Adam Hall. Joining me in commentary, Joey Wild. We're coming to you live from Melbourne at the Frankston Centenary Tennis Club. This is MLP Australia. This is a semi-final match between the Northern Crocs and the Western Vipers. And a leave there by the captain of the Northern Crocs, Amelia Schmidt, going hard at her.
Yeah, Amelia's been rock solid so far this game. That's the first time she's pulled a trigger. Oh, how are we still playing?
Oh, wow. Well, hats off there to Della Bonner. The way that she covered the court that was exposed from Meta. Henry couldn't do much with that. And in the end, proved fatal. Della Bonner with the finish. Schmidt just firing herself up now after that play. Having a chat with Ryan Henry about a different strategy.
Don't recommend going toe-to-toe with harsh meta.
Yep, just getting cramped up there was Henry, pulling that shot long. And interesting to see Meta come all the way over Della Bonner's court. She very well adept to getting her own ball in. Thanks very much.
I've been guilty of doing that on occasion myself. Coming all the way in front just to miss.
It's an inglorious end, Joey Wild, when you do that.
Amelia, she had a ball that was high enough to attack. I wonder if she changed her mind. A rare error off her paddle.
Well, the crowd is swelling around this show court too now. We've seen the completion next door of the Fast Fours versus the Southern Stars clash. It has been the fast. Oh, what an ATP from Ryan Henry. That ball was no more than an inch off the ground, and on the backhand side, he's curled it around the post. The Fast Fours have taken it out against the Southern Stars.
Yeah, Amelia, that time, she saw the high ball and she took it this time.
We can hear the Western Vipers, Shelby Bates, pumping up her team. As I mentioned, just seen the completion of the other match on court, and the crowd has swelled around this show court. All eyes on this one. Who will be playing the Fast Fours in the MLP Australia final here in Melbourne? Oh, harsh Meta with the push to finish.
As soon as he got a look in, the point was over. It's a strong wrist. Ryan Henry had a high ball there on his backhand side, but he sliced it instead of punching it.
Well, if you've just crossed over from the other live stream, the situation is this. It is 1 apiece, with the Western Vipers girls taking out the first game, the Northern Croc men taking out the second. You've tuned in at the right time for this first encounter of the mixed doubles. Nice attack there by Schmidt. Nice push there from Meta.
Confident dinking there by Summer. I think the Vipers need to get her out of that pattern on her backhand side. Looks like she can sit in that all day. And Harsh started to feel more confident to come and squeeze the middle. Found a ball that he wanted.
That's better.
Great reach by Ryan Henry there.
He had Meta all the way to the left-hand side on screen. Had him stretched out, put the ball precisely through the middle for that one. Nice angle.
Oh, great angle there. Ryan Henry, like he said. Again, he had a high one that he could have punched with the backhand. Instead, he sliced it. Pushed Summer Dalabunna all the way off the court.
Well, it appears that the Northern Crocs have called for the timeout here. And for the Western Vipers, they will have ball in hand when they take the court again. Ryan Henry and Amelia Schmidt just starting to build a little bit of momentum. I feel like at times there, the Northern Crocs have dictated a lot of the play and finished a lot of the points nicely, but somehow, some way, Western Vipers have clawed their way back.
Yeah, I really couldn't tell you who from here is going to win. It's been so tight. It feels like almost every single rally is ongoing. It's close. It'll be about who finds that little advantage and pulls the trigger at the right time.
Well, there is a little advantage on the scoreboard right now. The Western Vipers are up by 2 points. First to 21 here in the MLP Australia format. Amelia Schmidt to bring us back into play. Cover. Oh, the Western Vipers somehow pull that one out. Well, that was chaotic, Joey Wild.
Pure chaos. Great athleticism by Ryan Henry. Again, a long, grindy point. Expect that to be the pattern here going forward.
Oh, she had a really good look at that ball. It was a high ball. It was the right ball to take out of the air. And she just looked a little tentative on that shot. Smart attack there by Dalabunna. Low at the hip of Amelia Schmidt. And we've got a timeout now for the Western Vipers, and I expect them to take all the time that they need. We might take a quick commercial break here. When we come back, more from this Game 3, Western Vipers versus the Northern Crocs. Welcome back. Western Vipers, Northern Crocs, Game 3. Got the Northern Crocs with ball in hand. They're chasing down a deficit of 1 point. First to 21 here, Game 3. Interesting time to try to execute a ATP there. He was successful earlier in this match, but that one did look a little too ambitious. And the Northern Crocs, we've locked it up 19 apiece. And the skipper Dalabunna there going to pull the trigger low on her normally well executed double backhand. Handing service to the Western Vipers. 2019 game point. High ball, punished. Punished by Ryan Henry and the Western Vipers, after trailing for most of that match, Joey Wild, well, they've got in front 2-1 to the Vipers here.
Yeah, wow. We were dealing with some very long extended points there throughout the midpoint of that match. And, well, the final point, it was over so quickly.
It really was. And for the Western Vipers, Andy Horridge, he's going to be looking to take this one out. They had a long night last night against your Sydney Smash, where you took them all the way to a dream breaker. Western Vipers getting the victory there. I know for Andy Horridge, he'd like to avoid another dream breaker if he could. And for the Northern Crocs, well, we've got Kyle Watnell, who missed out on that final in Vietnam. He's partnering with Andy Diga-Savage. It's going to be an interesting game, this one. Various playing styles will be on court. We might take the opportunity. Quick commercial break. Don't go very far, though. Game 4 coming up right after this. Welcome back, Northern Crocs, Western Vipers, Game 4. Currently the lead 2-1 to the Western Vipers. They've taken out the women's gender. They've taken out the first of the mixed encounters. They're looking to take out the second and find a clear path through to the Fast Fours, who are already in the final here, MLP Australia. And a hot fire fight to start us off.
Yeah, good start there by the Crocs. Obviously a must-win situation. Kyle Watnell does not look nervous at all.
Well, the net getting involved there. We want a clean game. We want to let the players play. Tricky conditions now. The wind seems to be a little gusty. The players don't seem too affected by it, but there are some gusts coming through now late in the afternoon here at Frankston Centenary Tennis Club.
Yeah, we'll see who adapts to the conditions well here. Definitely gusty. Can make it tricky to get some consistency with the ball striking. Expect both of these gents to drive most of their thirds here, as opposed to the last match.
Yeah, that seemed like a really smart adjustment there from Horridge. He had the middle of the court or the extremity of the court. He chose the far right there, and he caught Watnell a little off guard. Watnell did get a paddle to it, but wasn't good enough.
Yeah, Kyle had been looking confident with his forehand in the first couple of points. Andy testing out his backhand there smartly.
Well, a nice pair of resets there from Andy Diga-Savage, but relentless attacking there by Captain Andy Horridge forces the error.
It'll be interesting to see what sort of pattern the Vipers and Crocs want to get into here when all four players are up at the net. Early days here, 3-3. Big play by Andy.
Huge finish there, Joey Wild.
Yeah, as I mentioned, expect Andy to drive a lot of balls here, try and be athletic. Great defense, Andy.
Just soft on that dink, Watnell. The pressure being applied by the Western Vipers. Oh, bowled him, you could say.
Straight through both of them. Shelby ending up on the floor there. Just an error there by Andy. Hopefully they'll settle down after that one. I think it's important he stays loose and confident here.
What a finish by Watnell.
Yeah, they lost the point there, but I think Andy pulled the trigger on the right ball. Andy Horridge, that is. Not rewarded by it, but I like what he's showing.
It's a nice pushing around the kitchen now, Joey Wild. Tension building nicely in this game 4. Must win for the Northern Crocs. Nice lob.
Well recovered. Great extended point here. Just the wrong ball to attack from by Andy Diksavljevic there.
Yeah, she was making all the right choices there, and she didn't need to do that at that point in time.
Yeah, the Vipers, they seem to be finding her left foot, her inside foot here, a decent amount with the dinks. I'd like for Kyle Watnell to come over and cover that a little bit better, take some of that pressure off.
Yeah, at times it appears that the higher balls are just troubling Andy. She gets cramped up a little and can be forced into a pop-up scenario. The Western Vipers here, they're off serve now, but we're 7-7 apiece here. Well, brave cross court there from Andy, but forcing the pop-up. Watnell with the finish.
Yeah, Andy Horridge kind of poked that speed up down the line. Not much juice behind it. Andy for the Crocs. Whacked it. And a missed return there. Hurts the Vipers. Crocs with a slight lead.
And a net roll there to finish, but that ball was too high. Should have been punished. Ends up earning the Western Vipers a point anyway.
Yeah, ball sat up there off the bounce. Andy Horridge, instead of speeding it up, he pushed it to a good spot and got a higher pop-up.
ATP defended. Well, way to create Shelby Bates. Andy Horridge pointing at her. Great appreciation for the movement, for the work. See Watnell moving over now, Wild.
Yeah, just a basic dink there, missed by Andy. He won't be happy with himself over that. But Kyle Watnell just gives it right back. And the Vipers, they have a chance here to make the switch ahead. See who can get to 11 first here.
Well, it'll be the Northern Crocs who do force the change of ends. A pair of drives straight into the net by both men for their respective teams. This is an all-important game 4. We're going to see the switch of ends. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back. More action from this game 4. Northern Crocs back. Kyle Watnell, Northern Crocs to bring us back into play. Serving to captain of the Western Vipers, Andy Horridge. And we've seen back-to-back-to-back drives into the net on both sides of the net here, Joey. A different approach, it seems, from the men.
Yeah, a bit careless there from the fellas. Making basic mistakes on their thirds. See if the guys settle down here now. Must be feeling the nerves though.
Nice leave there by the Vipers. Digger Savage wanted to hit that ball hard on the full, hoping it would find the baseline. A nice speed up there that caused the pop-up and the finish from Watnell. And that was a better drive from Watnell there.
Smart by Watnell. A drive with a little less pace on it, followed by a drop to get up to the kitchen. He's rewarded by it.
Well, that was a hot exchange there, Joey Wild.
Yeah, Shelby was not scared to take on Kyle Watnell there. Found herself kind of backing up a little bit, ended up almost mid-court while Kyle was holding his ground at the kitchen.
And Watnell now with a few driving errors. And they had a little momentum swing there. They had a 3-point lead. It's been narrowed now to a 2-point lead. Nice drop. Bit high. The pirouette by Watnell. And the dink error there. Well, the pressure was building nicely in that rally there. The Western Vipers have now got a couple of points in a row, and this one is tightening up nicely. 14-15.
Get the feeling that could have been a confidence booster for Andy Horridge there. The last few points that have been extended dink rallies, he's made an error. That time he did well, move the ball around. Looks confident here.
Can they keep them back? Nice moves there from the Western Vipers captain, Andy Horridge.
Shelby pulling out the lob. I think we saw that in the women's doubles earlier. That's the first one in this match. She's been hitting them pretty effectively.
Well, for the Northern Crocs, they did a good job to bring it back into play and then get themselves back to the kitchen line. But there was one there where Andy Horridge just took it out of the air, put some pressure on, got the pop-up. Nice finish. Oh, she's baited him. Shelby baited him.
Big counter by Shelby.
And there's been a timeout called here for the Northern Crocs. And the Western Vipers have slowly started to turn the pendulum a little bit here, Joey Wild. They were down by 3 there. Watnell with a drive into the net. They've now recovered. They have a 1-point lead in this game 4. And if they do win from here, they'll go straight through to the final against the Fast Fours.
Yeah, they've crept their way back here. Crocs must be feeling some pressure to keep this match alive. Andy Horridge, I have to say, sorry Adam, he's looked very confident the last few points. He made a few errors earlier, seems to have shaken that off.
Certainly finding his groove here late, which is good. Captain Samadala Bonner just sends the troops back out with a bit of information. What can they do with it? Oh, Shelby was so fantastic to bring that ball back into play under extreme pressure. And that one just finding the top of the tape.
Ended up being the easier ball that she missed.
And he's just falling back when he's trying to strike the ball. And it's a bit of a no-no in pickleball, Joey.
Yeah, he's hit a few drives that have been low mid-court. That one, he's falling backwards. Normally looks very comfortable on that drive, does Kyle Watnell. Might need to change things up when they get the serve back.
Going for one there that was pretty low, around hip height. He's thrashed it into the net, and the Vipers now have extended to a 2-point lead late in this one. Game 4, semi-final, MLP Australia. And a huge look there for Captain Andy Horridge, and he pushes it straight into the net. He's cleaned up his drive at the right time, Joey.
Better drive there. Sat up nicely for him.
Oh, Andy Horridge. Not only did he read that so well, that was a great drive there by Watnell. It was a great shot there by Andy Diga-Savage, but Andy Horridge with the backhand to the Watnell side. He was out of position, out of court. Horridge hit that out of here. Nice turnaround there from Watnell. At the feet there of Bates. 19-19, game 4. Wow. Wow, what a change of momentum here, Joey Wild. They took the timeout, they were down. They now find themselves on serve. If they win this game, it will be going to a dream breaker. And what a brave leave there from Bates. Locking it up, 20-20, game 4. Western Vipers have a 2-1 lead here in this semi-final clash.
Yeah, very confident point there by Shelby Bates. She's had a great day of mixed doubles.
And Andy Horridge hits the net. The roll is favourable. The ball is in.
Great play there by Andy Horridge. Kyle Watnell, got to say, he might have had a look there at an ATP. Didn't pull the trigger, he tried to pull it back. Andy punished him.
Match point. Not done yet. The Northern Crocs saving match point.
Andy Diga-Savage. She hasn't been too offensive this game. She's found it at the right time.
Oh.
And a long return from Andy Horridge. Suddenly, Crocs have a game point to send this to a dream breaker.
Dare to dream, Joey Wild. We're going to a dream breaker in this clash between the Northern Crocs and the Western Vipers. The Northern Crocs square the ledger 2-2. That ball goes too long. We're going to take a moment for a break.
Wowee.
That is tantalising. It's a dream breaker between these two teams. The winner will go on to play in the final against the Fast Fours. Who will it be? Will it be the Northern Crocs or the Western Vipers? Don't go very far. We're going to have that dream breaker coming up. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. You are picking us up live from Melbourne at the Frankston Centenary Tennis Club. This is a semi-final match that is going to a dream breaker here between the Northern Crocs and the Western Vipers. We've got the teams just warming up here for what's going to be a scintillating finish to this semi-final clash. The final to be contested by the Fast Fours, and we're waiting to see who their opponent will be. It will be one of these two teams, and they're going to go for it in the most exciting finish to an MLP match, and we call it a dream breaker. It'll be the first to 21 here. You must win by 2, and it turns into a singles rubber all of a sudden. We'll see all players take the court. They'll take on the challenge of playing out 4 points each, and we have an act and react decision that has taken place. It was the Northern Crocs who got to put up first their order of the players that they would send out. That was then considered by the Western Vipers captain, Andy Horridge, in conjunction with his team. And we're going to start to see some first pairings coming to court right now. My name's Adam Hall. Joining me in commentary, Joey Wild, one of our MLP Australia stars for the Sydney Smash, who has played in a number of dream breakers. Going to have some great insight from Joey. Joey, what are you looking forward to here? We've got Summer Dallabonna up against Shelby Bates.
Yeah, well, I've actually played in 2 dream breakers against this Vipers team. They've beaten us both times, so my money's on the Vipers here. See if Summer can get the Crocs out to a good start.
Well, that ball goes wide, and Shelby Bates with a nice return coming into the net, putting some pressure on Dallabonna. And her ball going wide there off her backhand now, so 1-1.
Interesting, we normally see the guys come out first in the dream breaker. Summer is a legend at singles here in Australia, so she's put herself up first for the Crocs.
Well, she's the captain. She's decided this order for good reason.
Great return by Shelby in the corner.
She's outsmarted Shelby Bates there with that crisscross, finding the sideline of Bates, and we will see now Andy Diga-Savage with service for the Northern Crocs up against Amelia Schmidt. One just finding the tape and not a favourable roll on that occasion. Nice finish by Schmidt. Well, little bit of a surprise by the captains here in sending out the women first. We'll see the men come out next. And Diga-Savage there going point for point here with Schmidt.
A great return there by Andy. Had Amelia running to fetch that third shot.
And an overhead to finish for Schmidt.
Strong overhead.
Well, this will be explosive here, folks. Kyle Watnell, closest to camera for the Northern Crocs. He's up against captain of the Western Vipers, Andy Horridge. Both these men, profound hitters, profound strikers of the ball. Andy Horridge, ball in hand, furthest to camera. You wanted explosive, you've got explosive. Powerful hitting here in this first exchange.
Good stretch there at the net by Andy. Kyle had a look at a passing shot down the line, just puts it halfway down the net.
Nice stretch.
Great stretch.
Yeah.
Horridge, he covers the court so well.
Andy Horridge, self-proclaimed best singles player under 6 foot, he says.
I won't argue with that.
Oh, and that would have been some shot by Horridge. 6-6 apiece here, Joey Wild in this Dream Breaker, the final pairing.
Yeah, fourth pairing, and we finally see Ryan Henry, who's the Vipers' best singles player, I've got to say. And so we'll see if it'll work in their favour.
Well, we do know that the Western Vipers did react to the Northern Crocs lineup here. So obviously they're putting Harsh Mehta up against, well, they're putting, sorry, Ryan Henry up against Harsh Mehta. You're going to go toe for toe. And that ball going long. Harsh Mehta just arms outstretched there, not sure what he can do.
Couple of missed returns there by Harsh.
Ryan Henry looking for the sweep here. And he gets it done. That's big. Going 4-0 against Harsh Mehta. Brings Shelby Bates and captain Summer Dalabona back to the court. 4-point deficit they'll be chasing, the Northern Crocs. What a time to bring the skipper out, Summer Dalabona. And she paints the line, does the captain.
Yeah, with the order that the Crocs have put out their singles players here, with the ladies first, they're going to have to put some points on the board.
Too good, Summer Dalabona. 2 points in a row.
She's just so good at singles. So good at doubles too, but wow. She can find some easy passing shots.
And this could be another sweep back in the favour of Northern Crocs to level us up 10-10.
Great return.
Tricky ball. You heard a gust of wind, but Bates, she resurrects that one, gets a point. 1-3. We're going to now see the changing of ends with the Western Vipers still in the lead here. Ryan Henry coming up very strongly against Harsh Mehta, going 4-0. And for Amelia Schmidt, up against Andy Digasavich. This one went head-to-head. Amelia Schmidt to bring us back into play. Oh, what a shot there from Amelia Schmidt, the Western Vipers. Just edging out. 12-9.
Great shot there by Amelia. Andy using all of her reach to try and wrangle it back in the court. Unsuccessfully.
That one just goes long off Schmidt. She took good position there at the kitchen line. Well, Andy Digasavich, not more she could do there. Once that ball was popped up, exposed too much of the court. Schmidt with the dab to finish.
Need a big showing here from Kyle Watnell. Need to claw this deficit back before Ryan Henry takes the court again.
Well, Horridge coughs up an easy point there to Watnell, driving the ball into the net. And he goes wide with that one, so Watnell, 2 points now. 2 points the deficit. Yeah, that was a great reach, great touch there from Horridge. Watnell very keen to work around that forehand, exposed a lot of the court, Joey.
Are you sure that Andy's under 6 foot? It's a great reach by him there.
And a nice finish there for Andy Horridge after Watnell collected the first 2 points. Andy Horridge levels that one, 2-2 apiece, maintaining a 4-point lead here.
This is dangerous areas here. 4-point lead with Ryan Henry taking the court.
Nice drive there from Meta.
Excuse me, Harsh Meta. Sorry to doubt your skills.
Well, that ball dipped and whipped for Meta. Oh, what a ball from Ryan Henry.
Crisp. That's what you can expect out of him.
Well, captain of the Northern Crocs, Summer Dalabona, is watching on. She will have to take the court and she might have to defend. Match point here. Oh, not done with yet though, Meta.
They're in here with a chance here, the Crocs now, with their ladies back on the court.
Well, this is big. We've got Shelby Bates from the USA up against Aussie girl, Aussie captain, Northern Crocs captain, Summer Dalabona. And she gives away one early, Shelby Bates. Nice finish from Dalabona. And she's keeping them alive, Joey.
It's as if she doesn't feel pressure. Time and time again, Summer comes into situations like this and she just plays her game. It's unbelievable to watch.
And we've got the Western Vipers now just calling for the timeout. The captain, Andy Horridge. Of course, we've just seen 2 points played between these two, Shelby Bates and Summer Dalabona. Summer Dalabona will have serve when we get back underway. What do you think they're talking about now in terms of a strategy here up against Summer Dalabona?
I'd expect they're emphasising the return here from Shelby. I think the couple of points that she's taken off Summer, she's really put the ball in the corners on the return. And that's something you need to do against Summer. She moves around the court so well.
Oh, what a shot. Nice deep return. You called for it, Joey Wild. Summer Dalabona intelligently moving in, but the passing shot just too good for Bates. That ball's in. And that ball's short. And a 3-1 there for Captain Summer Dalabona. She keeps them alive here. And Andy Diga-Savage versus Amelia Schmidt of the Western Vipers now. Lovely finish there from Amelia Schmidt, and she brings up a match point for the Western Vipers to move on to the final here. And the Western Vipers are celebrating. However, the Northern Crocs They were thinking about the challenge, but it is a victory here to the Western Vipers over the Northern Crocs. They do it in a dream breaker, 21-17. What a match, Joey Wild.
Yeah, the Vipers, they're such a strong dream breaker team. Got to say it. Even with the Crocs putting out their ladies first, the Vipers will overcome that strength from Summer Dalabona, put the points on the board and get it done.
Well, we saw the Western Vipers girls in their gender doubles match win. Then we saw two mixed doubles decide that we were going to a dream breaker here, and Victoria's in that dream breaker has been the Western Vipers. They will be facing a very, very formidable Fast Fours. They just picked up the victory against the Southern Stars, doing it easy there, 3-0. That now makes it 11 games straight here at Melbourne that they have won to get all the way through the final. It's going to be a huge task for the Western Vipers. Joe Wild, we're set for an absolute blockbuster there. Thank you so much for joining me in commentary.
It's been great to be here, Adam. What a marvellous game we've just had there. And yeah, the Vipers into their first MLP final here. And I think they're one of the few teams that have beaten the Fast Fours in previous events. So, geez, that's gearing up to be an incredible final.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps us up. We will be back very soon for that final. We thank you so much for joining us here on Show Court number 2. We hope you enjoyed that match. We enjoyed calling it for you. My name's Adam Hall. Thank you to Joe Wild. And thank you for all your attention over this weekend so far. Get set for a huge final. It's going to be the Fast Fours versus the Western Vipers. Bye for now.